I've literally made tens of thousands of dollars from TikTok. And I did it without the TikTok shop or the TikTok creativity fund. And in this video, I'm going to show you how I'd do it again if I had to start from scratch in 2026. This is going to be a simple 7-step process that you could repeat with any niche. And I'll show you how to get started. But I just want to share with you a quick story about how I learned this. This was 5 or 6 years ago at this point. Right around the pandemic or right at the beginning of the pandemic, I was working full-time as a software developer. Our business was being disrupted because there was no more shipping overseas. People weren't needing what they were selling at the time. And I remember working from home, and I actually got a call from my boss. This was a Friday afternoon, and he said, "Hey, I got some bad news for you. I'm actually going to put you on furlough." And if you don't know, furlough basically means you're unemployed for a certain amount of time. You still have a job, but you're kind of just put on break for a little while. And at the time, we had 3 kids. I believe there were 3 kids under 4, maybe 3 kids under 3. And so that was kind of a gut punch. And instead of being frustrated and angry, of course, I was that a little bit, I needed to find other options. And what I actually discovered is that I could create content on TikTok and find a community of people that I could help and sell them stuff. And the best part about it was I sold them, I created a digital product, and I had multiple revenue streams from that digital product. And it actually worked. I was able to earn high ticket commissions. And with high ticket commissions and high ticket affiliate marketing, you're making $1,000 per sale. And so I was able to use the frustration of being furloughed and turn that into essentially a pretty good living all off of TikTok. The best part about it is you don't need a bunch of followers. You don't need to have 10,000 followers to join the TikTok shop. And even at that time when TikTok first got started, you didn't have the ability to put links inside your bio. And so in my opinion, it's actually probably easier to do it now in 2026 than it would be back when I first got started. So that is how I learned how to do this. And now I'm going to share it with you. And again, this is really important because you can implement this in any niche. Can you do it faceless? Probably, but I'm more of a fan of people that want to show up on camera because it's easier to build a connection. People want to buy and connect with other people. And you won't have to work as hard. You won't need as many views. People aren't as skeptical, for good or bad. People aren't as skeptical if they can see you on camera than as if you are kind of a shadowy figure. Now think about it this way, just as an aside. Most companies, most businesses, most brands have a face, a person that you can identify with. When I think about car insurance, I think about Flo. She has a face. When I think about AT&T, which is a phone company, they have the AT&T lady. And even when it was Geico, they had the cavemen. So you want to make sure that you have, if you're not going to show your face, have a face of your brand so that people have something to connect with. That's an aside. When people ask me, do I have to show my face? You don't really have to do anything. But in my experience, being successful online works a little bit easier, a little bit quicker if you're willing to show your face. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these 7 steps that I learned essentially after being put on furlough. Step number 1 is to pick a niche that has mass appeal. And what I mean by that is pick a niche that has at least 100,000 people that might be interested. And 100,000 is kind of like an arbitrary number, but you've got to remember that TikTok has about over 4 billion users per month. And so most likely, unless you're choosing something like Lego Star Wars toys from 2010 to 2020, usually you can find people that have mass appeal. The other thing you've got to realize too is that TikTok is a global app. So there are going to be people interested all around the world. And what I would venture to tell you is to, once you pick a niche, don't settle there. Pick a subtopic or a sub-niche. And what I mean by that is when you look at the type of content that I create make money online business type content. That is in the wealth niche. But then inside of the wealth niche, we have people that want to make money, save money, invest money. And then inside of the make money niche, we have people that want to make money with real estate, people that want to make money with Amazon FBA, with affiliate marketing, digital products. There's a bunch of subcategories there. What I encourage you to do is try and pick a level 2 or 3 rows down or deep so that you can target a specific group of people. Oftentimes we go too general and too broad, and people don't really know what we're selling or promoting. Now, it is good to kind of talk at a higher level sometimes. Like for example, sometimes I'll talk about general business strategies or general ways to make money. But for the most part, I try and make sure that I focus on make money online activities. So that is step number 1. Step number 2, you are going to create a little bit of content, and you can actually use AI to help you out with that. You're going to create content based on their pain points, goals, dreams, desires, and things that your target audience are thinking but afraid to say out loud. For example, in the make money online niche, people might have a pain point of trying to make ends meet, or they might have a pain point of being on furlough. And so you can create content helping people with their options with being furloughed. You can also talk about different side hustles and different opportunities. You can create content like, do you dream of starting a business? Do you dream of a day where you can sit on the beach and just scroll TikTok and you still have money coming in? In just a moment, I'll tell you how to use this content, but these are very simple things that you can do, and you can even use ChatGPT or AI to help you out. You can just simply enter in your niche, and then you can say list 10 of each, and then pain points, goals, dreams, desires, and things that you're thinking but afraid to say out loud, and it'll come up with a comprehensive list. Now, what I would encourage you to do is don't just take that. I would verify it. You can verify it by looking at YouTube videos and the questions that they're asking. You can verify it in a number of ways, and then you can ask for more thorough and in-depth responses, because AI is only going to give you what you put in. If you ask for general information, they're going to give you general output. And so you can ask detailed questions. So what is it about this pain point that people identify with? When you ask that type of question, AI has to think, it has to go out and do a little bit more research, and it should give you a better answer. So pain points, goals, dreams, desires, and things that they're thinking but afraid to say out loud are the first couple that I would create. Also, what I do is I like to look at trending topics and figure out a way that I can connect something that's trending to something that I really want to talk about. And the way that I do that is I simply will go on TikTok and I will scroll, and I'm looking for common themes. If there's a topic that people are talking about, if there's a video that shows up about a topic 3 times, so for example, if I'm scrolling and I see a person talking about last night, the MLB, the Dodgers versus the Brewers played. If I see 3 videos about that, I know that's a trending topic, and I'm going to try and figure out a way to connect my trending topic to that, to what I want to talk about. And so I'll do something like, hey, did you know last night the Brewers home field was sold out, but did you know that you can make money from it's called the NLCS, the National League Championship Series. Did you know that you could make money with the National League Championship Series just like the Brewers are doing? And people that are interested are like, how can they do that? Sports fans, people that are interested in the Brewers, and then you walk them through the process of how they can monetize that knowledge and skill. That is a really good opportunity, and it's really simple because you know that the topic is popular and you can kind of piggyback off of that. What I tell people to do, and I tell all my clients to do, is you want to see what the waves are out there and ride the wave over on TikTok. You don't want to try and create the wave. One of my videos over on TikTok got over 1.1 million views, and it was on back during COVID when Biden was president. People used to go around and put those little stickers that said, I did that, and pointed toward the cost of the gas. And I recorded that and I said, did you know that you could make money from this? And then I walked them through the process of how they could potentially make money from these stickers. It went viral. It went viral because people love to argue and fight about politics, but understand that relationships, politics are 2 of the hot button issues that go viral like crazy over on TikTok, and you can take advantage of that. So after trending topics, You can combine something that they know with something that they don't know. A video that did very well for me on my original account was when I said, hey, did you know that you could make money with Target without having to work for Target? And in that video, I was talking about the Target affiliate program. Most people aren't aware that Target has an affiliate program, but most people are aware of making money and they're aware of Target. And so when my hook was, did you know that you can make money with Target without having to work for Target? It got a lot of people to stay around, and it got a lot of people to answer questions or ask questions. And so basically what I did is I just walked them through the process of signing up to become an affiliate and gave them suggestions on products or services to promote, which is really cool. Another thing that you can do is you can actually create video replies in other people's comment section. And so what I do is I'll scroll TikTok and I'll look for videos that have gone viral or that are pretty popular within my niche. I will then go to the comment section and I'll look and see if people are asking questions. If they're asking questions and there isn't a response from the original creator, I'll make a video answering that question. The benefit of that is that the person that asked the question is going to get a reply. So they're going to go back and look. Video replies tend to show up toward the top of the comment section. And usually what happens is when you reply to someone, you are seen as an authority. They're going to look at your profile and you could potentially get a follower. You can get people over to your landing page or website, whatever it might be. Another thing that I like to do is a video green screen. And basically that, once again, if there's a popular video about something that is relevant to my niche, I will video green screen the first 5 or 10 seconds, because that hook that the original video used seems to work with TikTok. I'll do a video green screen and then I'll have my own hook, which I'll talk about in just a second. And then I'll get into whatever it is I want to talk about. Now, whenever I'm creating these videos, I like to have what's called a hook, story, and offer. Okay. A hook is something that pulls in your target audience and pushes away everybody else. For example, when I said, did you know that you can make money with Target without having to work for Target is a hook. It is a curiosity hook. Like, how is that possible? How is Target going to give me money? When I said, like, do you dream of sitting on a beach sipping Mai Tais and getting PayPal notifications? That's a hook. There are a couple hooks out there that work out very well. If then statements, are you type questions in general work out very well. Challenge, curiosity, there's a number of different hooks. Statistics hooks that actually work out very well as well. But you want to come up with a hook, and then a story is whatever is something that pays off the hook. So in my target example, my story was simply me telling them how to get started with Target. And then my offer is a call to action to get them to want to learn more by checking out the link in my bio, or to follow or comment if they have questions. Every video needs to have these three components. This is something that was invented, or not invented, but developed by Russell Brunson. And it's something that I use all the time. Whenever I'm creating content, even with this video, I try to come up with a hook. And my hook was, I've literally made tens of thousands of dollars with TikTok. That was my hook. And right now the story is me giving you the strategy of how I would go about monetizing my TikTok account. And then after that, once you have come up with content ideas, you want to upload about 3 to 5 videos per day. Identify one small problem that your audience has. For me, it was trying to help them get more traffic, because I was working with affiliate marketers at the time. And one of the biggest problems they were running into was trying to get traffic from TikTok and earn affiliate commissions. And so I identified that problem and I created a digital product. I created that digital product for free using Canva and Google Sheets. I used Canva for the cover page. I used Google Sheets to create a workbook, and then I sold it using a web page builder. I charge actually $5 for that digital product, which is really cool. And then what you're going to do is you're going to create your digital product for free. You can use Canva, you can use Google Sheets, Google Docs, you can use Microsoft Word, and then you're going to price it between $5 and $27. And then what's really important so that you can add multiple revenue streams, include affiliate links inside of your digital product. Like I mentioned, with my 60-second business blueprint, which is still up today, I included links to a high-ticket coaching course. I included links to ClickFunnels. I included links to a number of different softwares that people could use to help them achieve the result faster or easier. And because people trusted me, they clicked on those links and they purchased. And I had multiple revenue streams, all from a $5 digital product. And then the step after that, next step, is to sell more stuff on the back end. In most instances, what we're creating for $5 or $27 are do-it-yourself type solutions where they buy it, they download it, and then they try and implement it. Some of those people are going to have success, but a few others are going to look for more help. And when they look for more help, they're going to come back to you because they did get value from your digital product. And that's when you can sell them coaching, you can sell them software as a service, you can sell them mentorship or an online community or even a course to make even more money. The best part about this plan that I put together for you is that you have access to names and emails. And so you can ask them, hey, did you get value from my digital product? How could I improve? What else are you struggling with? Because usually, if you solve one problem, you open up multiple more. For example, with this one, they might be getting more traffic, more views, but their conversions might be lower. So you might come up with a digital product showing them how to get started with email marketing or how to build out a landing page, things of that nature. And because they trust you, they have increased probability to buy. And the final step with all of this is to simply just make more videos. You just go back up to step number 2. You keep making videos using the hook story offer format or framework. And as you start getting questions, I recommend doing video replies to as many as you can. And the great thing is as you get more questions or comments, you can do video replies that answer questions or pain points from other videos, and you never really have to come up with your own ideas ever again because your audience is going to give them to you. So if you follow this process, it's a simple 7-step process that anybody can do. But if you follow it, you can be successful. I will be holding a live webinar this Thursday. The first link in the description will lay out how to get started with it step by step. If you are interested in learning more of that live webinar, go ahead and click the link. Now, that is the offer. So if you remember, I talked about hook, story, offer. My hook was I've literally made tens of thousands of dollars with TikTok. My story was me sharing my story of going on furlough, the 7 steps, and then my offer is to join the webinar. So I practice what I preach. Whatever I'm telling you guys to do, I am doing myself. So make sure you go out there and implement it. Let us know how it goes. And of course, let us know if you are part of the 19-minute club. I love to see the people that stay into the end of the videos. I read every single comment and I try and reply to as many as I can. So if you stayed until 19 minutes until the end of the video, comment down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.